I will share my screen now. Has everybody finished it? All 60 questions? How many left? I see. Okay. What about others? Have you finished it or you still have some questions left? You can type and tell me in the chat box if you've done it or you still have questions. Yes, please type and tell me. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Like, have you done it? I see. Okay. Okay. Fine. So it's okay. I think we'll. Okay, it's fine. If you've done more than 40, it's fine. The rest of the questions, I'll explain them to you because, yeah, I think we should start now because we got to finish by 1:30. So I'll just share my screen. Yes. Okay, I have shared my screen. You can solve whatever 10-15 questions you have remaining. You can solve them along with me. So yes, in the morning, as I was telling you, questions 1 to 5, this is what you should get. Okay, I will explain it once more. So we know that J sits second to the left of F. So I'll put F anywhere I want. So I'll just put it here. And J is second to the left of F. So since everyone's facing the center, left and right will be placed accordingly. So J and F. And we know that D is exactly between J and F. So I put D here. And I know that J is second to the right of B. So B will come here. Second to the right is J. Then the only tricky part was positioning G. Now, if I position G here, then third to the left already J is there. So I can't put H there. If I put G opposite to J, then third to the left is D. So again, I can't put H. If I put G opposite to D, then again, third to the left is 1, 2, 3, F. So I can't put G in any of these places. For that reason, I put G in the only remaining place that's between J and B. And now third to the left of G would be H. So 1, 2, 3, H comes here. And then of course, A is not the neighbor of B. So A will be to the right of F and the only remaining person C will be to the right of B. So did everybody get the same arrangement? We made this in the morning. Why can't G in C's place? Because if you put G here and C third to the left, so first and second and third, F is already there. So you can't put H over there. So because of that, we cannot put G where C is sitting. Got it? There are only 8 places around the table. So for that reason, I hope that's clear. Okay. Now, if you see, there were 5 questions with this. First one was how many people sit between G and H when counted in an anti-clockwise direction from G. So how many people sit between G and H? So start counting anti-clockwise. G. So you have J, D, F, and A. There are 4 people. There are 4 people. So the answer will be D for the first question. Second question is if H is to F, then J is to what? So H is to F means what? H is second to the right of F. Yeah. H is second to the right of F. So J is second to the right of whom? J is second to the right of whom? J is second to the right of B. Okay, J is second to the right of B. So your answer will be option A. The person's name is B, option A for question number 2. Question number 3, if all the persons are made to sit in alphabetical order in anti-clockwise direction, starting from A, the positions of how many excluding A will remain unchanged? as compared to their original seating positions. So don't count A and now start placing them in an anti-clockwise direction. So B will come here, C will remain where C is. So one person, D will come here, E will come here, F will come here, G will come here, H will come here. So you see that everybody's position changes except C. So there's just one person whose position does not change. So the answer will be option B, one person. Question number 3, it's going to be one person. Question number 4, in which of the following pairs is the second sitting to the immediate left of the first? Second is sitting to the immediate left of first. So you will see that your answer is option C, CH. H is sitting immediate left of C, right? H is sitting to the immediate left of C. None of the other options have this relationship. So answer is C. And the fifth one, who sits third to the left of J? So that's fairly simple. Third to the left of J is 1, 2, 3. C is sitting there. C is sitting third to the left of J. So the answer is option C. That is person C. Okay. I will paste the answers here. These are the answers for this set. Please check if you got them all. So some question is missing in the PDF. Okay, fine. So see the remaining questions. Like the questions that are there, are all of them correct? Questions that are there, are they all correct? Okay, did you understand it? Understood? Okay, fine. Also, if any question is missing, please keep telling me about that. Yeah. So, okay, fine. Let's do this. Then number 6. Find the next number in the series. I think I have to change my screen share. Yes. Okay. Can you see the PDF on the screen now? We'll keep toggling between that. So, okay, well, yeah, see the gap between the numbers. This definitely doesn't look like a geometric progression. Looks like a sort of arithmetic progression. Gap between 7 and 14 is 7. Gap between 14 and 25 is 11. Then 25 and 38 is 13. 38 and 55 is 17. 55 and 74 is 19. So you see that the gaps are successive prime numbers. The gaps between numbers are successive prime numbers. So after 19, the next prime number is 23. So 74 plus 23 is 97. Answer is A, 97 for question number 6. If you have any doubts, please keep asking me, okay? I'm going like at a normal speed, but maybe a little bit fast. If so, please tell me, I'll slow down. And if you have doubts, ask me. 7th one we haven't reached yet. 6th one. So the gaps between the numbers are increasing prime numbers. Like see the gap between 7 and 14 is 7. See the gaps. The gap between 14 and 25 is 11. 7, 11. Then 13, 17, 19. After 19, what will be the next number? So if you notice, they are all prime numbers. 7 successive prime numbers. The gap 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. After 19, it will be 23. 74 plus 23, 97. Then question 7, you see this is not an arithmetic progression. Yeah, this looks like a geometric progression because numbers are roughly halving. So let's see what's happening here. 380 by 2 is 190. Yeah, and 190 minus 2 is 188. Then 188 by 2 is 94 and 94 minus 2 is 92. So I got my pattern. I have to halve the number and subtract 2. So 92 by 2 is 46 and 46 minus 2 should be 44. So this number instead of 48, it should be 44. Again, you can check like 44 by 2 is 22 minus 2 is 20. So the logic fits. So this should be 44. So this is wrong. So 7th is the answer. 7B is the answer. Seventh answer is B, 48. Then eighth one, find the missing number from the given alternatives. Now, if you see column wise, then the first column, the first three numbers are small and the last number is big. Same for every column. So let's see, 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 into 6 is 90. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 into 5 is 65. Similarly, 6 plus 5 will be 11. 11 into 4 will be 44. So B will be the answer. 8 will be B, 44. Okay. Got it? Everybody got it? Okay, fine. The ninth one, the first figure is related to the second figure in the same way the third figure is related to which of the following. So the first figure you have two horizontal lines. In the second figure we add two vertical lines. Similarly, in the second figure, the first part you have three horizontal lines. So you should, by the same logic, you should add three vertical lines. So the answer will be A. Did you get A for the ninth one? Okay. And then see the 10th one. Which of the following diagrams correctly represents women, mothers, and widows? Now see, mothers and widows both are women. So it's either B or C. Is there a possibility of an overlap between mothers and widows? Like, can a mother be a widow or can a widow be a mother? Yeah. So B is the answer. 10th is B. I'll just post the answers here for you. Please verify. These are the answers. I've posted the answers here. All correct? All good with the first 10 questions? Please type clear if you're clear, if you don't have doubts. Okay, sounds good. Question 11. C option is wrong because according to C, mothers and widows are separate people. But that's not necessarily true. A mother can be a widow and a widow can be a mother. So these are possibilities which are covered by B, which are ignored by C. So B is the correct answer and not C. Got it? Okay. How many women are unemployed engineers? So see here. This is women. The circle is women. And the triangle is engineers. So the overlap between women and engineers is 7. And they're asking for unemployed. So 2 of them are employed. The other 5 are unemployed. So 5 is the answer. Option D. Okay. 5 women are unemployed engineers. So option D, 5. Then question 12. Which alphabet set in sequence replaces question mark? The first one, M, N, Z, A, all of these, like whatever it is. See, find the pattern. See the first letter of every word. M, L, K, J. So I'm going backwards. I'm moving one step back. Before M you have L, before L you have K, before K you have J, before J you have I. So it's either option A or option B. Then see the second letter, NPRT. So I'm skipping one and moving forward. So after N, you skip O and reach P. After P, you skip Q and reach R. After R, you skip S and reach T. After T, you skip U and reach B. So it will be option B, IVRI. Did you get IVRI? Then see the 13th one. Okay, let's go to the board for this. We need a drawing board. I'll just paste the question. So Manish starts from his house towards west. So Manish walks towards west. How much? 20 kilometers. Okay, fine. So let's label this. Manish walks 20 kilometers. He turns towards his right and walks 15. So right will be what? I'm walking towards the west. Now right, should I go up or should I go down? If I turn right, will I go up or will I go down? I'll go up. Okay, fine. So I go up and travel for 15 kilometers. Then he turned left and moved a distance of 10 kilometers. So I go towards my left. Move the distance of 10 kilometers. Then turn to his left again and travel 45 kilometers. So I will turn to the left again. And travel for 45 kilometers. And now I turn to the left again and move 30 kilometers. Now I'm walking downwards. Yeah, walking downwards. So the left and right are inverted. So this is my left. This is my left. And they've told me that I travel 30 kilometers. So, okay, this becomes 30 kilometers. Finally, he turns to the left. So from here, I turn to the left, which is upwards. In this direction. So I'm going towards the north. And how far away am I? So see, I have walked 30 kilometers left and 30 kilometers right. So that cancels off. I'm exactly below my starting point. And I have walked 15 kilometers up and 45 kilometers down. So that's a net difference of 30 kilometers. So I am 30 kilometers away from my starting point and I am moving in the northward direction. So A is the answer. North 30 kilometers. North 30 kilometers. Okay. Are you clear with this? Anybody who hasn't understood this, please ask your doubts. Are you clear? Should I move on to the next question? Okay. So, okay, questions 14 to 16. Again, we have to draw it. These 6 people are sitting around a hexagon. Let's go to the drawing board. Okay, so these 6 friends are sitting around a hexagon. So this is my hexagon. At a corner, okay, facing the center. P is second to the left of U. So you can place U anywhere you want. Let's put him here. So this is U. And P is second to the left of U. So second to the left of U. Here goes P. U is the neighbor. Q is the neighbor of R and S. Now this gives us a lot of information. No, if Q is the neighbor of R and S, it means Q, R, and S are together. So they occupy these 3 places. And Q is the neighbor of both. What does that mean? Q will be at the center. And R and S will occupy these places, which means T will be here. And T is second to the left of S. Then S must be here. T is second to the left, right? So this must be S. And this must be R. Did you get the same arrangement? Did you get the same arrangement? Any doubts with this? Then see the questions. Who's sitting opposite to P? Opposite to P is S. So that's option D. Who is 4th person to the left of Q? So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's P. So that's option A. 16th one. Which of the following are the neighbors of P? So neighbors of P are T and R. So that's option B. 16th is B. Okay, T and R. I would also recommend you, whenever you see these kind of questions, reasoning I think is something that everybody would like to attempt many questions. So when you see these kind of question sets, please don't leave them. Answer all the questions, because you got the arrangement correct, you're going to get all the answers right. So now we move on to question number 17. Let's go back to the PDF. Here you find the missing number. Now see here, as you can see, the number in the last row, the numbers in the last row are very big compared to the other numbers. So it's probably columnar, yeah. So see, 18 into 4 is 72. And what is 4? 12 by 3. So I see that if I divide the middle 2 terms and multiply with the first term, I get the last term. Let me see if the same logic fits here. 32 into 4 is 128 and 16 by 4 is 4. So 32 into 16 by 4 will give me 128. Similarly, what I'll do is I'll apply the same logic. So 24 into 14 by the question mark, let's call it X. 24 into 14 by X is equal to 112. See the relationship that I put there in the chat box? That is the relationship. You can solve it to get the answer. So what do you get? What do you get for this one? Okay, that's correct. That would be correct. So now I'm putting up the answers for 11 to 17. Please check whether you have made any mistakes. These are the answers for questions 11 to 17. Please see whether you made any mistakes. Or It's all fine. Even if you made mistakes, are you clear now? Okay, fine. Let's move on. Questions 18 to 21. Let's take these conditions and go to the drawing board. So delete this and okay. Fine. So we have 7 students here. And they take a series of tests. No 2 of them get similar marks. V always scores more than P. P always scores more than Q. Each time either R scores the highest and T gets the least, or alternatively S scores the highest and U or Q scores the least. So we have 3 scenarios here. So let's plot it. Scenario 1. Scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, and there are 7 people, right? So let me rank them. 7. So there are 3 possible scenarios. Either R will score the highest, so I'm going to put R here. And if R scores the highest, then T will score the least. Alternatively, S will score the highest, and if S scores the highest, then either U will score the least or S will score the highest and Q will score the least. We also have a side note that V always scores more than P and P always scores more than Q, though it's not really given that they are together. Getting it? Now, this is a question with imperfect information or incomplete information. So that's all we know. Now we have to solve each question with the information that's provided to us. So let's see the questions. Question 18, if R is ranked 2nd and Q is ranked 5th, which of these must be true? So give R 2nd rank. It's not scenario 1. And who's ranked 5th? Q is ranked 5th. So R is 2nd and Q is 5th. So it is scenario 2. I hope that is clear. R is 2nd and Q is 5th. Okay, so what do they want us to tell? Which of these must be true? Okay, so A says S is ranked 3rd. That's not possible because S is ranked 1. B, P is ranked 3rd. Is it possible for P to be ranked 3rd? No, because then where will I put V? So B is also wrong. V is ranked 4th. Yes. Can B be ranked 4th? Actually, V cannot be ranked 4th because Q is 5th, right? So if V is 4th, then where do I put P? P has to come between them. And D, T is ranked 6th. T is ranked 6th, yes. because I have to put V and P above Q. So I must put V as third and I must put P as fourth, and then Q is fifth and T becomes sixth. So D is the answer. Is it clear? Everyone got it? Question 18. Let's go to question 19. If S is sixth and Q is fifth, S is sixth and Q is fifth. So S is sixth means it is scenario 1. So Q is fifth and S is sixth. Okay. Which of the following can be true? Okay, V can be ranked fourth or fifth. You can't rank V fourth or fifth, because then where will you put P? So A is wrong. R is ranked second or third, which is wrong because R is ranked 1. R is ranked 1, so that's wrong. U is ranked third or fourth. Yes, it's possible because we don't really have any conditions for U. You can put U anywhere, second, third or fourth, it doesn't really matter. D, T is ranked fourth or fifth, which is wrong because T is last. T is last. So C is the answer. Question number 19, the answer is C. Hope it is clear. Question 19, the answer is C. Question 20, V is ranked fifth. Which of these must be true? We can't put U in 3. We can. See, V, P and Q. So P is below V and Q is below P. But not necessarily in the same order. VPQ is not necessarily together. That is your assumption. Getting it? VPQ is not necessarily together. Just that P has to be below V and Q has to be below P. Got it? But not necessarily immediately below. So because of that, 20th one, if V is ranked fifth, yeah, V is ranked fifth. Now see, P and Q must come below V. So V is ranked fifth, it must be scenario 3. There is no other possibility. So let me put V here and put P here and Q is last. So let's see what is possible here. S scores the highest. Yes, S scores the highest. So A is the answer then. No need to analyze any further. S scores the highest. Yes. And question number 22. If R gets the most, V should be ranked not lower than. So let's clear all this. Becoming very cluttered now. So R is ranked first. V should be ranked not lower than. Now if you see, we have to put P and Q also below V. So we cannot rank V lower than fourth. This is the maximum, because then you have to put P and then you have to put Q also, and T is already at the 7th spot. You can rank V no lower than fourth. The lowest is fourth. So B is the answer. 21B, fourth. Is there any other question that is missing in this? Do you have all these 4 questions or something is missing? Maybe missing. That's why I'm asking. Like, did you have all the 4 questions or? Okay, fine. Then probably you read the options wrong. 21. It's 21. Did I say 22? Sorry. Okay. I'm not sure if I said 22. 22. Yeah. So 21. 22 is the next set. It's 21. So 21 is fourth. Yeah. Question 21 is B, fourth. Now let's go to the next set of questions. 22 to 26. This is just a puzzle test, also called team formation. Did you find this tough? Did you find either of these very tough? This one that we've just done or the one that we're going to do? Anything particularly difficult in this question? If you did, I'm asking because if you did, you can ask me. I'll tell you how to go about it. Time consuming. But why? You took time to. Oh, okay. Yeah, because each question was separate. Okay, fine. Agreed. Time consuming. Yeah. Okay, now see here. Just mark 4 houses. So this is house number 1, house number 2, house number 3, house number 4. Okay. And there are 4 people. So we know that the designer lives in the black house. So let me put some clues together over here. So the designer lives in the black house. The painter has a Maruti. Designer black house. Color we'll put painter Maruti. Driver's house is at leftmost corner, so we'll put that later. Person living in the house next to rightmost has a Hyundai. Okay, fine. So we'll put that also. Sweeper has a Toyota. So sweeper Toyota. Person living in the pink house has a Maruti. So person living in pink house has a Maruti, which means painter lives in a pink house. Red house is to the right of the black house. So we stop this here and we put the other clues. Designer lives in black house. Okay. Driver's house is at leftmost corner. So this is the driver's house. Driver's house. Person living in the house next to the rightmost house has a Hyundai. So Hyundai car is in this house. Which means driver does not have the Hyundai car. Driver does not have Toyota also because that belongs to sweeper. Driver does not have Maruti either because that belongs to painter. So which car does driver have? Driver has the BMW. Okay. And we know driver does not live in the black house because that is designer's house. Driver does not live in pink house because that is painter's house. And red house is situated to the right of black house. And driver's house cannot be to the right of anybody's house because driver's house is at the leftmost corner of the street. So what does that mean? What is the color of the driver's house? What's the color of the driver's house? It can't be black, it can't be pink, and it can't be red either because red is right of black house. So driver lives in the gray house. Driver lives in gray house. Which means red house must be the sweeper with the Toyota. Yeah. And the designer must have the Hyundai. Designer must be having the Hyundai. So this guy living here is the designer. Designer Hyundai black. And the red house is right of black house. So this is the red house where we have the sweeper living with the Toyota car, and the color of this house is red. And then this is the painter's house with the Maruti car, and it is pink in color. The house is pink in color. Did you get the same arrangement? Did you get this? Yes. Okay, fine. So owner of Hyundai is designer. 22 is B. Owner of Hyundai is designer. Driver has a BMW. 23 is also B. BMW. Driver has a BMW. 24, color of sweeper's house is red. That is also B. Color of sweeper's house is red. 25, which of the following is false? Let's evaluate. Option A, Hyundai is owned by the owner of black house. That is true. Painter has pink color house. That is also true. Sweeper's house is in the corner of the street. That is also true. Painter's house is next to sweeper's house. That's false. Painter's house is not next to sweeper's house. The designer lives between them. So answer is D. And 26, which of the following pairs is correct? So choose the correct one. So Hyundai designer should be black. So A is wrong. BMW should not be designer. It should be driver. So that's wrong. Maruti painter gray. It should be pink. So that's also wrong. Toyota sweeper red is correct. So 26 is also D. 26 is also D. So I'm putting up the answers here. Please see whether you made any mistakes. From 18 to 26, these are your answers. Any problems with this? Any question? Okay, fine. Let's move ahead. Question 27. They're asking which of the following means site in this code language. So you can eliminate the first. So see, site is found in the first sentence, dairy side girl, and it's not there in any other. So I'll find out what is girl and what is dairy and I'll eliminate. So girl is common in first and second, and the common code is pigs. So pigs means girl. Then dairy, I think it's a typo and the last one should be dairy. So dairy is common in first and last, and the common code is coj. So coj equal to dairy. So pigs and coj are gone. So ma must mean site. Site is ma. Option D. Okay. 27. Option D. Then 28. In a certain code language, time join he find is written as E4, D4, N4, E2. So yeah, 4-letter word, 4-letter word, 2-letter word, 4-letter word. Okay, fine. So time ends in E and 4. So E4. N and join ends in N and it's a 4-letter word. So N4. He ends in E and is a 2-letter word. So E2. And find ends in D and it's a 4-letter word. So D4. So the last letter and the number of letters is the code. So but was army reply. This should be T3 here. S3 here, Y4 here, Y5 here. So by the same logic, forest should be T6, option B. T6 is option B. 29 should be K4, which is option C. So T6 and K4. Did you get that? B and C. I hope everybody got that. Question 30 is a syllogism. So let's go and solve it on the board. Are you solving syllogisms using some logical rules, or are you solving them using Venn diagrams? Venn diagrams. Okay, let's draw this. So the statements are some oak are red. Fine. So I will call this oak, and some of these oak are aid. So I draw another overlapping Venn, and I'll call this aid. All aid are gums. Wrong circle. So yeah, all aid are gums. No gum is a bat. The question in the PDF is not complete. Okay, fine. So I mean, just follow along here. I guess there's an issue with that PDF. So yeah, this is bat. Now see, no gum is a bat. So bat could be this. Bat could also be this. Bat could also be this. Yeah, we don't know. So yeah, these are also possibilities. Are you able to understand the possibilities? Now conclusion is something that is true for sure, not just a possibility. So some oak being bad is a possibility. Yes, it is a possibility. If you see, there is a possible overlap between oak and bat. So the first conclusion is correct. Second one, all gums are aid. That will be true if aid and gums share the same circle, which is not necessarily true. So the second conclusion is not necessarily true, so we leave it. Third one, some gums are definitely bad. Some gums are definitely bad. No, because no gum is a bad. That's also wrong. So only the first conclusion, that's option A, only one follows. So I'm not sure whether you had the complete question for this one, but if you want, you can just take a screenshot or note it down, and this is how you solve these questions. Or if you know it, then it's fine. You can just tell me whether you're clear and we move on. Got it? Okay. Fine. See question 31. Are we back to the PDF? Yeah. How many triangles? So first count the small ones. In this square, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, and the same for all the three. So you have 12 triangles. Then see, each square has 4 right angle triangles. This is one. See my cursor. This is the second one, split by this diagonal. Then through this diagonal, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So each square has 4 right angle triangles. So 4 into 3, 12 again. 12 plus 12, 24. And then see this big triangle and the inverted big triangle. So another 2. So 24 plus 2, 26. So 31, the answer should be A. 26. You got that? Got A. Question 31, did you get A? 26 is the answer. Last two, yeah. Are you able to see my cursor? When I move my cursor, can you follow it? Okay, so this one, this is a triangle, and the opposite of that, this is a triangle. Got it? Okay, fine. Fine. So 31 is A. You can leave 32. The images are not correct. See, mirror images are basically, you flip them vertically. Left goes to right and right goes to left. Yeah. So none of the images match that. You have different image. Were any of the images correct? Can you just mail me your paper? I think there has been some change in the PDF. Can anybody mail me the paper? Please type me. I'll send you my email ID. Okay, I'm sending you. Sending. Sent. Please send it to me. Seems to be some change. I've sent it. One student is sending. So I'll get it. Okay, thank you. Just waiting for it to reach my inbox. Okay. So yeah, I mean, let's just open the version that you have. So these kind of doubts will not be there. Okay, I got it. I am opening it now. So I'll close the old one. I guess, yeah. So this is the one that you have. I see. Okay. So there has been some typo. Okay. Okay. You have this. Okay. Let me see what this is. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll post the answers. 27 to 30. I'll just post them now. This is 27 to 30. And 31 was A. A. Now see 32. Okay, so what do we have here? Which of the figures among 1, 2, 3, and 4 follows the sequence given below? Follows the sequence given below. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 arrows here. So the next one should have 5 arrows. Next one should have 5 arrows. It should be either the second one or the fourth one. And you see this, let's call this a hammer. The hammer is moving in the anti-clockwise direction by 45 degrees. Yeah, it's moving 45 degrees anti-clockwise. So then it should point south. So it should be fourth one, D. 32 should be D. This figure that you have, 32 should be D. Okay. Everyone got that? 5 arrows, another 45 degrees anti-clockwise, so should be D. Okay. Now we move on to 35, 33, 34 are not there, so leave them. What's the matter? What happened to the screen share? Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, so let's come to question 35. Now we'll do 35 to 60. Now we'll do questions 35 to 60. Even or rather just come to question 37, because in 35 to 36 there is some problem. It's about P, Q, S, T, R, and U should also be there, and this statement is not correct. So 35 and 36 are also problematic. You can leave them. 37 to 60, let me see if there's any mistake in this. If any other, let's just get the mistakes out of the way. Seems all correct. Seems correct. $43 is correct. 43 is correct. There's no problem with 43. Yeah, the rest of them are all correct. So let's do 37 onwards. Question 37 onwards. Okay. Please excuse me for 2 minutes. I will just be back. Excuse me for 2 minutes. I'll just be back. And we'll solve questions 37 to 60. 2 minutes, please. I'll be back. We'll solve questions 37 to 60. Okay, let's continue. Now, please see question number 37. I am again putting this on the whiteboard. Yeah. So see, Dinesh started walking south to reach his school 10 kilometers away. So Dinesh walks here. Fine. 10 kilometers. From there, he turns 180 degrees. So from here, he turns 180 degrees in clockwise direction. So clockwise, he turns 180. And then 45 and anti-clockwise. Okay, so 45 anti-clockwise. So effectively, he has turned 135 degrees clockwise. So he is in this direction now. And what do we know about the directions? He started walking towards the south. So we have assumed that this is the north. We assume this is the north. This is the south. Then this is the west. And this is the east. And he walks for 2 kilometers here. So he walks for 2 kilometers. And then turns 90 degrees clockwise. So now he turns 90 degrees clockwise. So he's going in this direction now, which is the northeast, 90 degrees clockwise. So northeast direction. Did you get northeast direction? Option like option B, did you select northeast direction? For 37? Got it? I think you assumed it opposite. So anti-clockwise and then clockwise. How will it be southeast? See, he starts walking towards the south. Yeah. So this is the direction he's walking. And then he turns 180 in clockwise direction. So 180 clockwise and then 45 in anti-clockwise. So this is what you get. And he walks for 2 kilometers in this manner. Then he turns 90 degree in clockwise direction. So this is the direction he's facing now. So that cannot be southeast. Must be northeast only. Did you just check whether you made any mistake in clockwise and anti-clockwise? No, after turning 90 degrees, when he turns 45 degrees anti-clockwise, then he is going northwest. Then again, turn him 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. Then he's going northeast. Is it clear? You had that doubt, southeast. Is it clear that it's not southeast, it's northeast? Yeah. Okay. Anybody else has a doubt? Anybody else has a doubt? Okay, fine. That's the 38. If a year starts and ends on the same day of the week, then the year is okay, fine. So let's see. How many complete weeks do we have in a year? Complete weeks in a year? 52. That accounts for how many days? Each week has 7 days. 52 into 7 is 364, yeah? Oh, I sent it. Should have sent it to everybody. 1 minute. Type it again. Yeah. So complete weeks. 364 days account for completed weeks. Now a year has either 365 days or 366 days. 366 in case it's a leap year. Now, If it starts and ends on the same day, means that the last day should be the first day of the 53rd week. Yeah, the first day of the year was the first day of the first week. So the last day should be the first day of the 53rd week. Means that that year should have 365 days. So 365 days is what? It's a non-leap year. So option A is the answer. Non-leap year, 365 days, non-leap year. Did you understand? A year can have either 365 or 366 days, which means it will either start and end on the same day if it's a non-leap year, or it will end on the next day. Like if 1st January is a Monday, then either 31st December will also be a Monday in case of a non-leap year, or it will be a Tuesday in case of a leap year, because 366 days. Did everybody understand this? If you have any doubts, please ask. I'll explain it again. Yeah, fine. Use the same logic for 39 also. Holidays are declared only on Sundays and 15th May. In a particular year is Sunday. Is 12th September a holiday? In other words, is 12th September a Sunday? So just count the number of days that are there. Start counting from 16th May. If you count from 16th May, then in May is 31 days, right? So you have 16 days in May, counting from 16th May. 16 days in May, plus 30 days in June, plus 31 days in July, plus 31 days in August, plus 12 days in September. So add up all these days. What do you get? 16 days in May, 30 days in June, 31 July, 31 August, and 12 in September. You get 92 and 16, 108, 120 days. Yeah, you get 120 days. Counting from 16th May, you get 120 days. So 16th May will be a Monday. 16th May will be a Monday. Correct? Because that is day 1. Then every 7th day will be a Sunday. So is 120 divisible by 7? Is 120 divisible by 7? Check, is 120 divisible by 7? No. 119 is, yeah. 119 is divisible by 7, which means if 16th May is a Monday, then the 120th day is the beginning of another new week. Then 12th September will be a Monday, not a Sunday. 12th September will be a Monday, not a Sunday. Sunday will be 11th September. Understood? Understood it? Or do you have a doubt with this? 39. Okay. Now 40th is a cube question. How are you solving these cubes? Diagrams or formulas? What has been taught in class? Diagram or formula? Formulas are good shortcuts for the exam. Formula was taught. So what is the formula for cube that have no faces painted at all? N minus 2 the whole cube. Question 40 will be N minus 2 the whole cube. No faces painted. Here your N is 5 because you have 125 small but identical cubes that are put together to form a large cube. So if you have 125 cubes, that means you can take it to be the volume of the cube. Then each side will be what? It will be cube root of 125. Okay, it will be cube root of 125. That is 5. And 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 cube is 27. Okay, 3 cube is 27. Got 27 for this? Did you get 27 for this? Faces with no sides painted, n minus 2, the whole cube. Please text and tell me whether you got this. Okay. Fine. And see, exactly 2 faces painted will be 12 into n minus 2. 2 faces painted will be 12 times n minus 2. So again here n minus 2 is 3. 12 into 3, 36. 41 will be C, 36. Okay, is it clear? (42) you have again the same thing, yeah, the letter coding. So after J you have L, then N, then something, then R. So after J we skip K to get L, then we skip M to get N, then we should skip O to get P, and then we skip Q to get R. So the first letter should be P. So it's either A or C. And then the second one, D, E, G. So between D and D we don't skip anything. Then after E we skip F and read G. So skipping 1. So skip 0, skip 1. Then I should skip 2. So after G it should be H, I, J. And then I should skip 3. So after J, K, L, M and N. So this should be J. So answer will be A, PJD. Did everybody get PJD? Question 42, did you get PJD? Is it clear now? Okay, then go for the third one. You skip 1 and go back. Skip I and go back to H. Then skip G and go back to F. Then skip E and go back to D. So you get PJD. Either way, find the second one or the third one, you get PJD. That's also fine. Find the third one, that's fine. So that is 42. Then 43. Which of the following Venn diagrams correctly illustrates the relationship among the classes, tennis fans, cricket players, and students? So there can be any kind of overlap. A tennis fan can be a student. A cricket player can be a student. A tennis fan can be a cricket player. So 1. The answer is A, the first one. 43 is A. Got A for 43? Did you get A for 43? Any kind of overlap is possible. Okay. 44, same thing. Solid cube of side 6 is first painted pink, then cut into small cubes of side 2. So here my n is equal to 6 by 2, 3. Cubes on every side. There are 3 cubes because the side is 6 and the size of every cube is 2. The number of cubes on either side is 3, 6 by 2. Smaller cubes have paint on exactly 2 sides. Again, paint on exactly 2 sides as I just typed. Is equal to 12 times n minus 2. Here my n is 3. So n minus 2 is 1. 12 into 1 is 12. So 44 should be C, 12. Did you get C for 44? Got C for 44, 12. So these are your answers, yeah. 37 to 44. Oh, 45, the options are not there. Okay, fine. Sorry about that. We'll rectify the paper. Okay. For now, you can leave that. Just check if you got all correct up to 44. All correct up to 44. Please type clear if you have verified your answers. What is one? I told D. Let me check. No, I said C, 36. 41, I said C, 36. 12 into n minus 2. Okay, then 46. How many such numbers are there? Each of which is immediately followed by a consonant, but not immediately preceded by a vowel. Preceded means with what comes before. So followed by a consonant, not preceded by a vowel. So one of the numbers is 5. Yeah. D comes immediately after 5 and there is no vowel before it. So one of the numbers is 5. Then the next number will be 6. It's followed by a consonant, that's R, and preceded by a number, so not by a vowel. So 5 and 6. And then you have this 3. It's followed by a consonant and not preceded by a vowel. And any other such numbers, can't really see any. So 3 numbers, 5, 6 and 3. 3 numbers. 46 should be D. 46 will be option D. 47, you just have to solve it mathematically. I'll explain it. Let's go to the board. It's best solved in this way. So see the number of rows. So what can be the number of rows? So I'll insert a big text box here. See, let me check each option. Can there be 3 rows? If there are 3 rows, each row contains 3 less than the row in front of it. Let the front row have x children. I should put this as black. First row has x children. Next row has what? X minus 3 children. And the next row again has x minus 6 children because another 3 will be reduced. This is equal to 630. It means that 3x minus 12, no, minus 9 is equal to 630. It means that 3x is equal to 639. It means is 639 divisible by 3? Yes. So 3 rows are possible. Do the same thing, just add a 4th row and see whether you can still work it out. So when you add a 4th row, another x minus, no, not x minus 12, x minus 9. So this basically becomes 4x minus 18 is equal to 630. 4x is equal to 648. Is 648 divisible by 4? Yes, it is. So 4 rows is also possible. Then do the same thing. Add a 5th row, check whether it's possible. So you have x minus 9 and x minus 12. So 5x minus 18 and 12 becomes 30 is equal to 630. 5x is equal to 660. Is 660 divisible by 5? Yes, so 5 rows are also possible, which means the answer must be D only. But let's just double check. So again, you do plus x minus 15 now. So this becomes 6x minus 45 is equal to 630, which means 6x is equal to 675. Is 675 divisible by 6? The answer is no. So I cannot have 6 rows. So D is the answer. 47D. Did you do it the same way or did you do it in a different way, which was a bit faster than this? Or did you do it the same way? Same. Anybody else did it in any different way or same? And like, have you understood it now? Everybody got it? So I will assume that everybody got it and okay, fine. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. We go to question number 48. See, this paper is folded and then it is punched. So reopen it. When you reopen this one, diagonally, you will get 1 dot here and you will get 1 dot here. The only option that has that kind of an arrangement is option is D. So you should get D for 49. For 48, you should get D. Did you get D for 48? 48, did you get D? Okay, some audio video error. It can't be C because half of it is folded in, not the entire paper. Okay, is it clear to everybody? You have to just reopen it along the same lines. I mean, if you're not able to visualize it, you can actually do it by folding a paper. So I don't know if you'll have that much time in the exam, but like if nothing else works, you can do that. Just take a paper and fold it like this and use your pen 2 or pencil 2. Yeah, but I'm not sure whether you'll be able to do that. So this is more of visualization. You reopen up diagonally, then horizontally, and then again diagonally. Then 49. So if you see, these are all square numbers, yeah, and in the middle you have a smaller number. So you root the numbers on the outside. So 25 root is 5, 4 root is 2, 16 root is 4, 9 root is 3, and add up all these numbers. So 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 3, 14. So this is the sum of the square roots. Similarly here, 1 root is 1, 9 root is 3, 64 root is 8, 36 root is 6, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 8 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18. So 49, you should get C, that is 18. Did you get 18 for question number 49? Question number 49. Got 18. Then let's see this 50, this syllogism. This syllogism question is complete. So, okay, let's do this. Okay, fine. So let's see my statements first. All the pens are pencils. So this is a big circle. Let's call this pencil. And all the pens are pencils. So I'll draw a smaller circle inside this for pens. I will call this pens. All the pens are pencils. All the boxes are pencils. So I will draw another circle now. And I will call it boxes. I will not draw any overlap between pens and boxes because I don't know whether that overlap exists. It's a possibility. This is also a possibility. Just that I don't know. It is a possibility, but I don't know. So all the boxes are pencils. Even this is a possibility, but we don't know. Some purses are boxes. Some purses are boxes. So let this be the circle for purses. Some purses are boxes. Purses can also be drawn like this. Some purses are boxes. Purses can also be drawn like this. So there are many possibilities. Yeah, there are many possibilities. Anyway, I don't think it's that important either. So some pens are boxes. Can we conclude that some pens are boxes? Is it a possibility or is it a conclusion? Some pens are boxes. Is it just a possibility or is it a conclusion? Remember, conclusions are things you can say for sure. It is only a possibility. We can't conclude that. So leave one. As soon as you leave one, you automatically get your answer here. Right? You automatically get your answer, which is B. But let's check 2 and 3. Some pencils are pens. Yes, definitely. All pens are pencils, so definitely some pencils are pens. Some pencils are purses, definitely, because purses and boxes have an overlap. So there is a definite overlap between pencils and purses. So 2 and 3 are valid conclusions. Is this clear to you? This is the best way to reason out. And I hope that everyone was able to understand it. Let's go back to the Word document. 51 and 52. Okay. I think we have to go back to the board anyway to solve this. Okay, fine. So I will just draw two boxes. This is one and this is another. I'll label them also. This is B1. This is B2. So each box contains at least 3 balls. M1 and M3 are not in the same box. Okay. M2 and M5 are kept in B2 and B1 respectively, which means M2 in B2 and M1 in B1. M6 and M4 are not kept in the same box. Okay, fine. M3 and M7 are kept in the same box. That's also fine. M8 is kept in B2. So here we have a direct clue. M8 is kept in B2. M1 and M5 are in the same box. Okay, so M5 also comes here. And we had another clue with this. We had a clue that M1 and M3 are not kept in the same box. So M1 is in B1, then M3 will be here. And we know that M3 and M7 are kept in the same box. So M7 will also be here. And do we know anything else? No. We just know that M6 and M4 are not in the same box. So one of the boxes will have M6 and the other will have M4. So now let's look at the question. 51 says if M6 and M3 are kept in the same box. Okay, so in this case, M6 and M3 are kept in the same box. So I put M6 here and I put M4 here then. Then to pick the option which has a valid, number of balls in the box. So that will be option C, M1, M5 and M4, because as you can see here, M1, M5 and M4 are in the same box. M1, M5, M4, everybody got that? C is the answer. Everybody got that answer? M1, M5, M4, option C. Because M6 and M4 are not kept in the same box. And in this question, they are telling us that M6 and M3 are kept in the same box. So M3 is in B2. So M6 will also be in B2, which means M4 will go in B1. So that is how. Got it? And then 52, the number of balls in B2 is, see, whether you keep M6 here or whether you keep M4 here, the number of balls remains 5. Number of balls will remain 5 in any case. So 52 is also C. 52 is C. I'll just put the answers here. 47 to 52. So not only because of 51, you remove that information from there. Even if you remove this information, you still have 5 balls in B2 because either M6 or M4 will come here. And they're independent questions. So we can't take information from one question to solve the other question. 51 is an independent question. 52 is an independent question. So we can't use this information. So even if you ask it directly, you will get 5 balls in B2. Because either M6 will come here or M5 or M4 will come here. Understood? Either of the two will come anyway. Okay. And check your answers. Please check up to 52. Is it all correct? Okay, let's move on. Question number 53. Minimum number of straight lines required to form the figure below. So you see here, you have 3 horizontal lines. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertical lines. 3 plus 5 is 8. You have these 2 long diagonals. So 8 plus 2 is 10. And then you have these 4 diagonal lines to form the kite. So 10 plus 4 is 14. You need 14 lines. So C will be the answer. 53, the answer is C. 53rd answer is C. Any doubt with 53rd? I'll repeat once more. 3 horizontal, 5 vertical, 2 long diagonals, and 4 diagonals forming the kite. So 14. Let's go to the drawing board. So some mosquitoes are parrots. Mosquitoes are parrots. Actually, I think we should better change the color. Some mosquitoes are parrots, and all the parrots are apples. All the parrots are apples. So all apples are parrots. We can't say if they share the same circle, then yes, but we can't really say. Some mosquitoes are apples. Some mosquitoes are apples for sure. There is a definite overlap. So only the second conclusion. 54th answer should be B. 54th answer should be B. Got it? Let's go ahead to 55. No diagram. Yeah, okay, leave it. Leave 55 then. 56. Given below. Given below are 2 sets of figures, problem figure and the answer figure. Which figure would be the next in series? Next in series. See the line with the circle. It moves in and it moves in a clockwise direction. So now it should face downwards. Circle should face downwards. So that's all of them. Wasn't really helpful. And the triangle moves in an anti-clockwise direction by 45 degrees. So it should be facing the northwest now. So that's either A or B. Either A or B. And my circle, I have 2 blanks, then 1 full, then 2 blanks. Now it should be full. The circle should be full. So it's option B. 56 is B. Okay, 56 is option B. Then 57 and 58. Let's go to the drawing board again. '56, of course, there is meaning in shading. If you see the circular ones, you have two blanks, then one is shaded, then another two blanks, so the circle should be shaded. Circle is shaded in B, not in A, so we select B for that. Now here you have three colleges, X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. And you have these 7 friends. And at least 2 and no more than 3 studied in the same college. Fine. So we know that C is an architect and studied in college Y. Okay. So C, who is an architect, studied here. E is not a businessman. Okay. Only G studied in college X along with E. So G and E studied in college X. F is an engineer and did not study in Y. So if F did not study in Y, it means F studied in Z. Engineer studied in Z. B is an actor and did not study in the same college as F, which means B studied in Y. A did not study in Z, which means A studied in Y. And that means, of course, now G and D are here, C, B and A are here. So everybody else has studied in Z. So which means that D we got 7 friends. Yeah, we got 7 friends. Okay. So now we know that those who studied in college X are neither fashion designer nor teacher. Okay, so fashion designer and teacher are not here, which means it's A and D. And none of those studied in college Y is a teacher, which means D must be the teacher then. D must be the teacher because the teacher did not study in college Y. And then this guy A must be the fashion designer. And what about G and E? So E is not a businessman, which means G must be the businessman and E must be whatever is left. So what's left now? Medicine, yeah. Did you get this? Did you get the same arrangement? Did you get the same arrangement? And your questions 57. Who studied in Z? F and D studied in Z. So that's option D. And 58. Who studied in Y? That would be ABC. So option C again. ABC studied in Y. So that's your 57 and 58. Are you clear with this? What about other students? Got it? Other students, clear? Fine. Let's go back to the PDF. 59. When a watch shows 7:30, its minute hand points towards west. Which direction does the hour hand point when the time shown in the clock is 5 o'clock? So again, let's go to the drawing board. Okay, so this is a watch. Let me draw 7:30 here. This would be 7:30. This would be 7:30. And at this time, the minute hand is pointing towards the west. So this is west. This is west. So this is east. Then this is north. And this is south. Now 5 o'clock. So this is 5 o'clock. This is 5 o'clock. So southwest. We are pointing towards southwest. So D is the answer. Got it? 59. The answer is D, southwest. I hope everybody has got this. Southwest is the answer. Our hand points towards the southwest. And the last question, a dice is numbered from 1 to 6. So 2 is adjacent to 3, 4, 5, which means 2 is either opposite to 1 or 2 is opposite to 6. Okay, 2 is either opposite to 1 or 2 is opposite to 6. But we don't know which one. So 3 is adjacent to 5, it is possible. 2 is adjacent to 6, it is possible because 2 is adjacent to either 6 or 1 because it's opposite to one of them. 5 is adjacent to 6 is also possible. So all of them are possible. Always true, we don't know because these are just possibilities. These are just possibilities. We don't know whether they're true for sure. So the answer would be D, none of the above. D would be the answer, none of the above. And I'm posting the answers here as well. Just skip the 55th one. These are your answers, remaining answers. Any doubts or are you clear? If you're clear, please type that you're clear. 59th, yes, of course. See this diagram? You see this diagram? At 7:30, the minute hand points towards west. So this is west. So mark your compass directions. And then 5 o'clock will be this. I've drawn it in green. This is the hour hand. In which direction is it pointing? It's pointing in southwest direction, between south and west. So that's 59. Got it? Okay. Any other doubts? Otherwise, that's all. 60 can be, but we are not sure, right? So we can, the question is which will always be true. So we don't know. These are all possibilities. So it can be, it may not be, we don't know. Because 2 can either be opposite to 1 or it can be opposite to 6. We don't know. We don't have enough information to answer that question. So it will be D. I hope that is clear. Got it? All done. Fine, guys. So thank you. I hope it's clear. Had some confusions today, but yeah, finally we are done with it. Okay, if you don't have doubts, you can log out. If you don't have doubts, you can log out. Any other doubts? RC session, if there's a mock test, probably, but I'm not sure how the mock tests are being planned for RC. RC, I think we are done. We had the 10 sessions and we are done with that. Previous year's papers, finish all of them. Then take any question bank or the Academy's test series. That's also good. So any of them. Okay, then any other doubts? None? Okay, fine. Then I'll also end the session. Okay, see you.
Why bullet?